Hello, my name is Richard Eastman. I'm 55 years old, living with HIV and AIDS since 1994. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about medical marijuana. Back in 1990s, I used to dress movie stars like Denzel Washington, Madonna, Michael Jackson, Mickey Rooney, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Charlton Heston. And in 94 I had a cold that didn't go away and I grew up gay. And Dennis Peron asked me not only to open that very first cannabis club in Los Angeles and unite the state. We had the Compassionate Use Act, an initiative to be put on the ballot to allow seriously ill Californians living with AIDS, cancer, glaucoma, multiple sclerosis to obtain medical marijuana. And we had people like Dan Lundgren, the Attorney General at the time, fighting us. And we had to collect almost 1 million signatures. And we did it. We got it on the ballot. The rest is history. You know, we have 12 states now that have medical marijuana. We opened that very first cannabis club, the LA Cannabis Resource Center. And today in Los Angeles, there's approximately 200 to 300 cannabis clubs throughout the state, maybe 500 to 600 cannabis clubs. And with the spirited people like Dennis Peron, myself, and the people that helped us do this, it spirited 12 states. Now we have states all over the country. For my friends Paul Koretz and Mark Leno and Jackie Goldberg to create an added-on bill to Proposition 215 called SB 420. And I worked on that, and after meeting in Sacramento for many months with the Attorney General, we came up with a plan that allowed seriously ill Californians to get a state medical marijuana ID card and to have access to approximately 6 to 12 plants and 8 ounces of medical marijuana. This is unprecedented in the history of medical marijuana, and California has always taken the lead in fighting for medical marijuana in this country. In 2000, I organized the Millennium Medical Marijuana March in Washington, D.C. at Lafayette Park, right across from the White House, and we proceeded to march down to the Lincoln Memorial. We had an all-day event with over 1,000 people that came to Washington, D.C. to ask the federal government to reschedule medical marijuana. And you know, now we're doing something even more unprecedented. We're in a political action year where we got to elect a new president, hopefully a president that will be compassionate and stop arresting my friends and seriously ill patients all over this country that need medical marijuana. We need a president that will compassionately reschedule medical marijuana so we don't have to keep going state to state. We don't have to ask Congress. So Democrats for Safe Access is an organization that I've organized, and we applied to the city of Denver for a permit to march at the Democratic Convention in August of this year, August 24th to 28th. And a couple of weeks ago, we received that permit. So right now I'm going to read you a little permit, press release that we're about to release all over the country. Medical marijuana patients and supporters march at the Democratic National Committee. Protesters call on Obama to stand up for medical marijuana. On Thursday, August 28, 2008, medical marijuana patients and supporters will march in front of the Democratic National Convention in Denver, Colorado, calling on Barack Obama to change federal laws that prohibit medical cannabis in the 12 states where voters approved its use. This will be the first national medical cannabis. The federal government continues to harass and prosecute medical cannabis patients and providers while blocking research into the drug's medicinal benefits. We are tired of seeing friends arrested and harassed for using the medicine that helps former HIV/AIDS Commissioner for the Los Angeles County and a longtime advocate for medical cannabis patients' rights. The federal government does not recognize the validity of the state medical cannabis laws which allow patients in California, Washington, Oregon, New Mexico, Colorado, Hawaii, Rhode Island, Maine, Nevada, Vermont, Montana, and Alaska. The U.S. House Judiciary Committee Chairman John Conyers, on my birthday, April 29th, has criticized DEA tactics and called for an important issue not only for Barack Obama, but the world will be in Denver watching us select a potential future president. Anything but McCain. John McCain has said that he would continue the war in Iraq for 100 years. You can imagine what he was going to do with the DEA attacking my friends. This is an issue that, you know, started in 1937 when they made marijuana illegal. We're not trying to legalize it for everybody. We're just trying to enforce this law that we passed in California and the 12 other states and get the rest of the country on board, because there's millions of seriously ill Americans that need medical marijuana. And I worked on the Institute of Medicine study with Sandra Thurman, the AIDS czar, which is still helping us to this day. And that Institute of Medicine study proved that medical marijuana does help us. That was published in 1999. All right, and there's also a great new movie that's played in 1,100 theaters across the country starring Doug Benson called Super Jaime. And they filmed me in this movie for about 2 or 3 minutes at the end of the movie, speaking at the raids at the pharmacy when the DEA came into West Hollywood and raided my friends at the pharmacy. So be sure to look out for the new movie. I think it's available on Netflix and pay-per-view. It's called AIDS Activist, Medical Marijuana Provider, Future Pioneer of Medical Marijuana, Duke Smith. who's wearing one of our new hemp medical marijuana leaf t-shirts, and he's going to talk about Democrats for Safe Access.
Thank you very much. Democrats for Safe Access, as you know by now, has applied and with the assistance of the ACLU has obtained a permit, and effective June 26, we were granted a permit for up to 10,000 people, watchdogs, political watchdogs, patient advocates, politicians, and celebrities that are interested in having their voices heard. Come out and join us as heard at the Democratic National Convention on August 28th at 1:15 p.m. We are calling upon Barack to reschedule our medicine to where we don't have to be in this constant struggle and daily battle that we're in. Please let our voices be heard. Come out and join us. I thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Calvin Fry. You may remember me from the movie Super High Me, or some of the NBC documentaries that we've done over the past couple of years on the medicinal cannabis movement. And again, I would like to invite you out to Denver to come out to the Democratic National Convention as well. It's about time that we have it be known to this potential president of the United States, my brother Barack Obama, that hey, why don't you listen to the medicinal cannabis data that's out there, that has been out there for years of medicine. I mean, we have tons of data that's been around for thousands of years. Finally, we may have a president that's going to actually let this data be shown, so it cannot be a Schedule 1 drug and actually be put into a schedule where it's allowed to be administered to patients throughout the United States without worrying about fear or anything. So like to get as many supporters as we can, come out to the convention and hopefully, for the first time, have a potential president who will actually let the data speak for itself. And all the patients out there running, hiding, getting their medicine the wrong way. All the dispensaries out there in the states that it's legal in will not have to run and hide from the federal government anymore. We can all work together and we can have safe access for all. Again, to me, one of the more important things out here is that there are patients that are on liver transplant lists, and as soon as their doctor finds out that they use medicinal cannabis, they take them off the list. They die. That's wrong. I have patients that through the years have come to me and they're dead. They're no longer here. And a lot of them, the raids and everything started to happen and they felt that it wasn't worth it and they're dead. And that's just wrong. At least let the data, the scientific data, the American Journal of Medicine, all of the data that we have, let it be shown. And when it's shown to help people, let medicinal cannabis be used. As far as everything else, hey, people can argue about that, the legalization of it for everybody, fine. That's a whole nother issue. We are for medicinal cannabis patients, and there are too many people dying, and they shouldn't be running in fear. They should have safe access to their medicine by virtue of laws in states voted on by the people. And hey, here's our chance to make this heard to a potential president that has already expressed that he would hear and let the data be shown. So if any of you can come out to the convention, I hope you can come out and maybe we can make something happen.